So, hello and welcome to yet another music production live stream. Today is Saturday, the 12th of September 2020. I am Felix Rösch, Berlin-based composer mining the edges of electronic, ambient and classical music. That's what I do for a living for more than 10 years now. And here on these streams you will find a very beautiful audience and community of music makers from all over the world, really. Some in chat already, Mixing Scholar, Ruben. Yeah, basically, you know, always learning new stuff together while I'm kind of live streaming all my music making sessions. I usually do that 3 times a week, but there have been some hiccups on the way. I'll just lower the volume of the music a little bit. Yeah. And I think I would stop it here. If you would like to join, just say hi. I read out every message. I'm trying to, at least, and would love to hear your thoughts on everything. So yeah. Now I'm going to skip the rest of the intro now because there have been some changes lately. Now, first of all, Mixing Scholar says, "Hey Felix, good to see you back." It's good to be back, honestly. I'm not sure if I can afford it right now to stream, but I felt like I need to make some music right now. Ruben says, "Hello Felix, have a productive morning." Yeah, I think I will. Or we will. A shout out, by the way, to our latest subscriber, Julio Alonso Calabero. I'm not sure. This sounds pretty German. Now. The reason I have not been streaming lately is that there were, like for 2 weeks maybe, I actually went on Fiverr to say, hey, if you want some piano recordings, I can do that for you. And this, I don't want to say it blew up, because it didn't, but there were a lot of orders coming in, up to a point where I just raised the prices right now and don't take any new orders right now, because it's a lot of work actually to record all of that. But yeah, I made quite a lot of money actually doing that. So yeah, I figured, okay, I will finish these first, and they are not finished yet. There's still one more order I have to finish, and I do have to do my taxes, and I have to do lots of stuff. But I mean, that's, you know, the perks of being a freelance musician. You have to do lots of stuff and can't always do what you really want to do, because what I really want to do is make music here. Yeah, and share it with you, the process. Mixing Scholar says, "It's good you got some work out of Fiverr." Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm thinking I would love to make some money with internet things. You know. Just, you know, it's basically right now it's just a little side thing. This could, if I really was serious about this, honestly I think I could make this a full-time career doing stuff on Fiverr right now, because at least as it stands right now, this is you know, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. You know, if I want to be the session musician recording piano at home with video stuff attached to it. But oh, okay. The video sounds, the mic sounds muffled. Oh, gain too high. You think so? Okay, wait. Yeah, there has been. Wait. That's weird. Maybe it's. Okay. Wait. Is it better now? I hope it's better. La la la. Oh well, it's pretty loud. Yeah, wait. You know what? I'll just lower these here. Okay. So maybe like this. Is this better? I hope so. I hope so. I mean, in OBS it looks okay. Okay, Ruben says it's better now. Okay. Yeah, it was clipping here on my on the interface I'm using for streaming. So I think that might have been the problem. It should be better now. Anyway, I think I'm going to turn the microphone down a little bit because it's really loud right now. Oh, that's a good question. Mixing Scholar asks, what were people requesting on Fiverr for their songs or ads? Well, oh wait, you know what? I'll just stop this here because I want to listen to this with you people. So let's have a listen to this one, the background. Well, it was really different. One person wanted and still wants to even more record a sample library. So I was just recording single notes. Another one has sent me some guitar tracks he recorded at some point and just wants to have a cover version of this with this soft piano thing. And he didn't send any notes or something, so I just had to listen to it, write some kind of arrangement, and then recorded that. Another one wanted to... It was really different. Some people really just sent me some sheet music. I played that, and that's it. Yeah, so I think that was about it. But really, it's really not like every job there was pretty different. Yeah, Mixing Scholar says, "Whoa, Quagga is doing well. Nearly 7,500 streams." Yeah, it's actually it got on. I'd have to show you this. That's pretty nice. I just got an email. It landed on Fresh Finds, yeah, with 700,000 followers, this playlist. So it's somewhere in the middle here. Where is it? Or did they take it off already? Because it wasn't performing. Probably. The thing is that on this playlist... Oh, wait. Wait. Yeah, probably. Oh no, there it is. Still there. 3 days ago it was added to this playlist. It's a huge playlist, and it will be there for 1 week, I think, only. So this playlist is refreshed every week, and I'm actually not getting that many plays out of this because most of the tracks here are more, really songs in a way, in a conventional. Not in a conventional way, but there's some vocalists, there's some electronic beats, and somebody singing to that, and there are really some really good stuff there. But yeah, Quagga is kind of a little bit out there. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's getting picked up there, but Ruben asks, what are the prices roughly? Is it enough for you to make a living out of it? On Fiverr, you mean probably. Right now it's not really... well, if I did that full time, yes, it would be enough. It's like I charge between, if I just spend like for 1 minute I record. I think if you want a video with it, and I'm probably taking out the video because that's a lot of work. So if you want 1 minute of recording, it's like $50 or $60, and that's something I can do pretty quickly. So and there are people who, you know, the one who wanted to have these songs with arrangements and stuff like that. I think he paid like $400 or $500, something like that. I think $470 something. And yeah, I mean, this is just from you know, just I didn't really do a lot there. You know, I just put one sample up there and a photo, and that's it. And I'm thinking, if I, you know, this can be. And there's another site for this. It's not only a Fiverr. You can also do this on. There's another site by Spotify, I think. I don't get the name right now. So, you know, this is actually something I could probably do. And I'm already just saying no to lots of stuff right now, because it's just it's too much, I think. Yeah, you know, I was thinking the other day, you know, why am I doing this thing? I mean, this is great if I'm you know, between streams, for example, and if there's nothing else to do, I would definitely do that. But right now I have to do lots of stuff, and I have to prepare the next theater productions, and I have to do my taxes, like I said. That's still a lot. And there is a scholarship I've applied for here in Berlin, and you know, there's lots of work to do. And yeah, you know, in the end, I don't want to be a session musician. I want to be a composer, music maker. And this is, you know, this streaming, this Fiverr session musician job thing is okay, and I think I'm going to do that every now and then, and I'm going to expand on this probably a little bit. But yeah, right now I really just want to, if I can, I want to focus more on making music. You know. Mixing Scholar says, yeah, you got to put what you love best first, even if it's less money. Yeah, and you know, right now I can afford it. I can afford just doing that, and I'm not reliant on doing these Fiverr things. It's just, you know, for me this was kind of a test run to see if this works, and it kind of works. So you know, it's good to know, and good to do this every now and then, I think. But I'm not going to focus on this, I think, because, you know, the theater jobs kind of pay my bread and butter, are my bread and butter jobs, and they pay my rent and everything else. And this is like, I don't know, 3-4 months a year I have to do this, and the rest of the year I can, you know, kind of do what I want, which is nice. Yeah, and so, but I think I will keep on doing these Fiverr. And what's the other platform? There's a platform by Spotify. I think, do they have it here? No. Okay. Yeah. All right. Ruben asks, wouldn't it be cheaper and better if you hired an accountant for your taxes, or anything you can delegate to somebody else? I actually have an accountant. So he does most of the job. Or it's an agency, so it's a firm who do that. But I still have to give them all that stuff they need, and I have to sort it beforehand. Yeah, so they can do all the rest, but I still have to collect everything, and that already is, you know, it takes like half a day to do that for me, because I'm not very organized, and I have to collect papers and emails and bills and all that stuff. Yeah, so I will probably do this today, because I promised him I would have this done this week, and I'm already late on that. All right, people, let's continue working on this track here. And honestly, I haven't listened to this for 2 weeks now, so this is actually pretty good. Let's have a listen. thinking at least the latest at this point here, something else needs to happen. Alright, we recorded some strings. That's actually nice. I like this. Strings here, they become a little bit too... It's a little bit too much. We have to thin out some of this. Yeah, there. So actually, it's... Ah, okay, and now it doesn't carry anymore, I think, but... Oh well. Okay, at this point it works again. Okay, nah, the strings here are kind of wacky. We have to work on these. I'm going to read out chat your messages when right in like 30 seconds. Just want to listen to the end. Okay, there are three things I think we need to change or add. But this is actually not bad. You know, at this point here when sub bass kicks in, it's actually okay. I like that. Okay, now before I forget this, I'll just... I mean, what do you guys think? But from my experience, I think there are three things this needs. First of all, at the beginning I thought we need some more electronic. This electronic stuff is really just right now confined to just this one pad in the background. That's a little bit weak. I think that's another layer we could expand on, and I think we will do that maybe today. Then we need, like I said, to thin out the strings here a little bit, like the violin and the cello. And at this point here, it kind of didn't build enough, but I think we can do that with the additional electronics. We will maybe record today. I think we will. And here at the end, I think we need to thin out that as well, but that is in the thin out department. And I would love to have this... No, what was it? Yeah. This melody. Wait, this one. I like this a lot. And I'm thinking maybe we can bring this back here in the end. So maybe we can even just use this here, just cut out this part and just add it to the to the end here. Yeah, but these are the things I will do today. Now let's what are you writing? Mixing Scholar says, I recently saw that Spotify is releasing some new features, including karaoke, where you can turn off the vocals, but how can they do this without stems? I have no idea. But it sounds like a great idea. Probably they need stems, or, you know, sometimes if the mix is made in a way that the vocals are just in the center. So very often in the center there's just the vocals and the kick drum and maybe the snare, but I'm not sure about this. So if the vocals are in a confined space, you can just kind of filter them out, or by switching the phase in the middle, something like that. I can even imagine that they have some kind of AI being able to filter that out. I think YouTube is also experimenting with stuff like that right now, so it might be some AI thing. I don't know. Play Long Track says, hey all, that's some relaxing music, great stuff. Thank you, it's good. Yeah, I like it too. Mixing Scholar says, maybe it's good you had the break from this track, you got fresh ears. Totally, that's the one advantage from doing lots of other work. Ruben says, it still sounds quite good. It did not degrade in those weeks. Yeah, I mean, it's really what Mixing Scholar says. If you spend some time off not working on the track and you revisit it later, you can, yeah, like he said, basically what Mixing Scholar said. And then Mixing Scholar says, do you top-down mix or add your mix bus at the end? Not sure what you mean by that. I'm, kind of mixing on the go. So if there's something I don't like, I'm going to fix this here. And there's no mix bus or something. I mean, there are groups here in Ableton. I can have all the cello tracks here in one group, all the violin tracks in one group. Yeah, and just do the stuff I want to do while I'm doing it. I don't know what to say. Yeah, but I think it's not. At least for me, it doesn't work to think in mixing and writing and even mastering in 3 different stages of the process. It's all just one blend. Just really blends into each other. So when I'm writing, I'm kind of mixing as well, and when I'm writing, I'm not mastering really, but up to a point where in the end, mastering sometimes is really just adjusting the volume. And that's it. Okay, what do we start with? I would love to start with some electronic improvisations here. Just some more layers we can add to this, or maybe it would be better to. I think that's better. To just work on these strings here and to, I like the beginning. I think it needs some kind of fade in here. Let's put a fade in here and a fade in there. Yeah, we're just going to thin out the strings at some point. I'm not sure which one. So if you're curious how we recorded these strings, this was actually done on the last stream, I think, where we recorded this. And this last stream has been like 2 weeks ago. Something like that. Mixing Scholar says, I top-down mix by adding comp tape and EQ on my mix bus before I start recording. Ah, okay. You mean, okay, no, I don't do that. I mean, you can here in UAD, you can add some insert effects or some send effects as well. And you can choose if you want to record these sounds or if you want to just record the clean sounds and just hear while you're tracking through UID, just hear the effects you put on, the insert effects and stuff like that. But I usually think I want to have more control. I see both points. Like if you use the output here, you have to get it right in the first place and that's it. And very often that works, but I feel like right now I want to do this kind of, I don't know, more control. But I totally get if people do it otherwise. I think it's faster, and if you really know the sound you want to have, I think that's better. Mixing Scholar asks, do you add reverb to the strings? Capital Chambers is an epic plugin from UAD. Yeah, well, there are so many epic plugins from UAD, and I've spent thousands of euros on these plugins. Right now I'm using this Lexicon 480L, which is... I like that a lot, honestly. Yeah, and that's what I'm using on the strings. Maybe I should EQ these before they go to the reverb. Okay, let's take out these bloom. Yeah, that's just mistakes. Okay, this one starts here. You know, I'm just going to clean up this cello tracks, these cello tracks here. But more importantly, we have to find the point where these get obnoxious, and we have to take out some. Okay, and this. Where is it? Where are you? That's in the violins, probably. Yes. Yes, this one. No, you will not be here. I'm sorry. That's too much. And I also don't... Oh, well, maybe we can just have a different... Let's put it a half step down. That's better. Oh, what's this? There's this... Okay, wait. We need to tune this better. Okay, you know what? We'll leave this little altar boy on all the time, except for some moments when we want to have it more natural. Okay. Okay, and I think a little more reverb here might be quite okay. Let's put this to like 70% wet, at least in the violins. Mixing Scholar says, I was watching the latest UAD stream. They compared the Ampex tape plugin to the real analog machine, costing more than $10,000, I guess. The sound was so close to the real thing, very impressive. Yeah, it's like that with almost all of the UAD stuff. It's really, really close up to a point where it's a little bit like with the Kemper, where, I mean, maybe you could tell a difference, but it's not like it's better or worse. It's just a little bit different, just a little bit, and that's, you know, at this point I'm like, I don't care. Take my money. Especially with the digital effects, so you know, like also this reverb, the Lexicon here, because the original machine is also a digital machine, they can, you know, just really get close to what the original sounds like. But I think, yeah, they're doing an awesome job at this. They are like the industry leaders for a reason. No. This is a little bit too much, I think. And maybe let's put it a half step down. Whole note. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, this one. Okay, now what? Let's delete this, fade this out here. Yeah, that's better, I think. Maybe a little bit longer fade out. And there's still... it's a little bit late. Yeah, this one. Let's just move this a little bit to the left so that it feels more on time. And here was a squeaky note. No. Maybe in the violins. Yes, this one. Nope. You go, and you go as well. And you know what? Because it's a little bit empty there, let's put this one here. Yep. Okay. Oh, that's turned off. And that's too late. Like this. Yeah, these two. Oh, okay, this one is bad. But the beautiful thing about just playing one note on each track with a slightly different rhythm every time is there are at some point melodies coming out from this, you know, just evolving. And I mean, right now it's still, I think the better version would have been to just play less notes on each track and have like 6 tracks. Oh, that's also bad here. No. So that you really get these melodies appearing out of nowhere. Yeah, it's still too full. It's way too full. Okay, let's get rid of these. And the celli are also too much. You know, I'm just going to randomly thin this out. I mean, the idea was the original idea was that there was this melody. I think I played it like that. Yeah, okay, I played it like that as well. That was going down in an A major scale or something. Yeah, so it's all going but in different speeds, different pace. That's too much. No, it's just, I think we're going to fill these gaps with the electronics later, so that we have another layer that can rise on top and carry this a little bit better. Because I think oh, this somewhere in the violin. Yes. Now let's see how this sounds without. Okay, we need that little altar boy. But maybe not for the first one here. You know, there was some kind of. Man, I wish I was better at playing the violin. Okay, and here the celli are this one note. That's a little bit much. Okay, Yeah. Let's get rid of this. Okay. And this one. Yeah, it's a little bit much, I think. Okay, let's have a listen to the whole thing. And it's still not really... I mean, these ding, ding short impulses need to be on time, I think. Because the beautiful thing about this is then again you have ding, ding, boom, dim, in random places these impulses pop up. So that's... I don't know, I like this texture. But it has to be on time. This one is a little bit... was it late or was it... I'm not sure. Yeah, a little bit late. And this one is also late. Yeah. And this one is also... yeah, I mean, playing strings is always a little bit... you know, you always lag behind a little bit if you're not careful. This is also late. Yeah, it's all a little bit late. And this is not due to latency, it's really just, you know, with the bow, and if you're a really inexperienced player like I am, it's really hard to, you know, hit that downbeat. And not even downbeat, you know, it's just... that's too early. And I'm thinking... and he hits very nice again. And this... is too much. I think this is here. Yes. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's lower this by 1/2. Yes. And here's some weird stuff happening. Doesn't belong there. Here. Ah, okay. And that was because... no, it's better. Okay. Yeah, like this ding ding impulse doesn't really work anymore because there are no other impulses. So there's just one layer. It was just ding ding and no other ding 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 ding. No, there need to be more layers which do these impulse things. If there's just one, it doesn't work for me at least. This one is also not good. Yeah, it's also, you know, I think recording 6 more string tracks, or 3 more, might be a good idea. Yeah, right now it's very, very cello heavy and not so many violins. And I think I'm going to, maybe it will record some violin. Although I can't, but you know, who cares? We have electronics that can make everything better. I'm just going to cut out some stuff here and there. Oh, what was this? I mean, this is nice, right? Yeah, I like this. This kind of reminds me of Goretzky or some of these post-minimalist composers. What? Yo. No. No! Yeah, I think we need some more violin tracks. Oh, good God. I have to record the violin. Okay, but we can do this. Wish me luck. Boom, I'm just going to duplicate this track here. And then I think we're going to do three more tracks. Or how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 8. Maybe we're going to do 5 more tracks. Let's see. Okay. Just going to set up the microphone here real quick. Okay. And for this trick, we are going to wait. How are we going to record this? With this mic, obviously. Okay. How did I record that last time? I have to just see which scale it is first. Where did we start? Okay, that should be possible. Let's see what this is going to be. Bum 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 bum. Now this will sound horrible first, but I promise it will get better. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, just this. Okay, and I think I'm going to monitor this through Ableton. All right. Okay, let's go. This is so bad. Let's listen back to this, but I think we're not going to use this. What's this? Beep, beep. I think this one here. No? Okay, what is it? This is kind of weird. Nah, I don't like that. Okay, you know what? This wasn't too bad. Let's do another one. Let's do another take. Okay. I mean, it's so tough. I would love to, you know, just have somebody here who really can play this instrument. Although this limitation really also has some benefits, because right now I only can record really, really, really simple stuff. So I have to think about how I can build something with lots of really, really simple violin lines. Okay, let's get rid of these. No, this is too much. Okay. All right, you know what? Let's do 4 more. And then we can just, you know, again, take out the bad parts and make this. But, you know, I'm doing lots of these because I feel like I just want this cloud of ascending scales in these violins. And I feel like if there are lots of cello, it's a little bit bass heavy, and we need just as many violins to make it sound like a small orchestra. And that's what we're going for. Okay, let's listen back. But you know what? No, let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do 3 more, and then we'll listen back and cut out the good stuff and the bad stuff, like I said. Let's go! Another one. Okay. You know, I'm just going to do it 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. I just have another very good idea. I think we can also, there's a great library which kind of does similar things. We'll try this out. We'll try this out later. Let's just do one more track. That's the last violin track we will record, I promise. And after that, we'll listen back to this, cut out some good stuff and bad stuff, and then we'll try out the library, which I love to use. And I'm hoping to use this here as well. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's it, I promise. No more me playing the violin for today. Oh, wait. Okay. Now, let's listen back to what we did here, because this might have been total crap, but I think it's okay. I think it was okay. Okay, we need some more panning, of course. Let's pan these wide. Okay. This one in center is fine. Okay, it's definitely too much. But it's, you know, it's better to have too much and cut back than have too little and try to... Okay. You know what? For now, I'll just do this a little bit randomly. Like this, and maybe like this. And here as well, you know, we'll just introduce these voices. And it's not really important which voice starts, you know, that's why I'm doing this randomly and not even listening back to this. Because we're basically just creating a texture. And where each voice is not really important on its own, but as a whole, it's kind of, it's like communism just in music. Or like, I know, not just communism, it's like fascism. It's not about you, it's about the whole thing. So in a way this, yeah. That's a bad analogy. That's bad. That's bad playing. Bad analogies and bad playing. That's what you can find on these live streams. By the way, is this boring? Oh, wait, the camera's off. What the fuck? Yeah, sorry, that was the camera battery run out because I didn't plug in the power for the camera. Anyway, that was the dark side of me. Maybe some more violin at the beginning. That's a little bit much here. Okay, what about this? Yeah, I feel the violin parts are a bit too loud. Isn't that nice? I like this texture. That's my synth. Okay. Together with the cello. Okay, let's cut out some more low end. I mean, it's still a little bit too... I don't know. Something doesn't work here. And now just imagine having played this on time with a click where you can dig, where these impulses are a little more on time. I think I'm going to do this at some point again. Because I like this, but it's not so precise right now. Okay, you know, I promised to do something else as well, and that is work with the library. Now this library, let's, by the way, save this as now version 4. This library is something I recently bought, because I was really blown away by this. And actually I saw this in an Instagram ad, so I got this Instagram ad for this. Right, felt instruments. Let's choose the violin. Blisco violin. Now, what? Please click to... Ah, okay. Can't find the folder. Pretty sure it's here. Sample libraries. Violin. Yes. Blisco violin. Open. Okay. Oh, we need to reload. No, this library is very special. It doesn't have any velocity layers, but what it has is very uniquely played violin parts in a way that, you know what, I'm just going to show you. Let's choose something. Here you have all these beautiful weird expressions. Loading, loading, loading. And this is basically this. I think this would work perfectly for this track. You know, just as a new layer. But I would just like the first. And usually you can blend between several articulations. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. I'm thinking maybe we can just add this as another... Obviously not like that, but, you know. Hey, Lucy Waves. Good morning, guys. Hey, Lucy. How are you? How were the last 2 weeks for you? Yeah, you know what? You know what we'll do? My catchphrase. We'll just record something for this. Let's see. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it! Okay. Lucy writes, very exciting 2 weeks, lots of personal development stuff going on. That's good. It was also my 7 years making music anniversary. Oh, you have a music making anniversary. That sounds nice. But what do you mean by music making? Like a moment when you started, like decided to invest more time in music than... I like this layer. I like it a lot, actually. Ooh, that, you know, this library was a good idea, I think. Buying this. Okay, let's see if there's some automation. Yes, there is. And it must have been the mod wheel, I hope. Yes, modulation. Okay, and the mod wheel now basically blends between these two expressions, so the flageolet trills and the flageolet sustains, which are both pretty nice, I think. And we'll just, you know, the trills are a little bit more dramatic. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this sounds. You know what, oh yes, we'll do the same thing with the cello. And you know what, maybe at the end we'll just mainly use this library. We'll see, we'll just have to figure this out. Lucy Waves says, I mark it as the day I bought Ableton. Ah, it was the first time I tried producing music, September 4th, 2013. Well, that's a long time ago. I took a picture to mark the occasion. That's good. That's good. You have to put that on a wall somewhere and, you know, be reminded of. You know, I also have some things here lying around that remind me of why I'm. Well, that just make me feel good. You know, just very few things, but all right. Let's use, well, let's, and I mean, this is also a nice expression here. Now I've uploaded the viola, Blisco viola. I hope it's loading the samples. Come on, you can do it, yes. You know. It's basically a random pizzicati. But I'm thinking, well, it's plucked. Let's use brushed ones. Yeah, this might be something. Although I would like a more fragile sound, so maybe there's some flageolet, yes. Let's see, flageolet sustains. That's usually a good one. Gets pretty loud. I mean, why not? That's a nice layer. Now the second one is pointillist brushed. And now the great thing is we can mix these. And that's when it becomes interesting. Okay, you know what, you know what? I like this phrase, you know what, let's record this. Let's do it. piano, it's a little bit out of tune, right? Oh yeah, the viola. Oh, that's very, very out of tune. Okay, I think so. In the lower registers, we can't use it. And that's not because it necessarily has been recorded out of tune here, but the piano is... But I think the piano is 44.1 or 44.2 hertz. So let's have a listen. Now let's group these Bliscos together. Blisco. I mean, that's nice already, right? And there's also a cello. So we could also use the violin just with different articulations now. But, you know, one of the big problems I have with writing music, or maybe that's not a problem, it's just a personal preference, is that at some point there's just so much stuff going on, and instead of just focusing on one element and getting it right, I just do, okay, that's okay, and then just stack tons of different elements to a point where sometimes it just gets muddy, and then I have to clean up everything at the end, and sometimes I don't, and then it kind of sucks. But yeah, I know about this, I know this, so okay, let's see what the cello can do. Yes. A little bit quieter, please. Let's delete the automation on that viola track. So this is the sol tasto sustain. The pulse sustain is... Nah, I don't like these. I want some flageolets. Yes. Do they go? On the cello you can also go pretty high with... Yes. Okay, and as a second pointillistic, plucked brushed maybe. We want to use the bow and not the pizzicati. Okay. Yeah, I think this is something we can work with. And in the lower register it's... Might be a little bit out of tune, but... A little bit out of tune is no problem. Very out of tune is a problem. Let's just try to record this. Something going down. Let's go. Needs to be a little bit louder. The cello. Oh, that's very out of tune. The low notes here are kind of, I don't know, not really usable, I think. Now, one idea, let's just stretch this. Another nice function of Ableton. Let's just stretch this. until here. And because this is really more of a texture, let's see how this works. Make it orange and just make the colors nicer. Okay. Okay, and let's do the same thing here. We'll just stretch it a little bit. Okay, so this is the Blisco library. Let's work a little bit on the automation here. Because I feel it's a lot of high harmonics, and it kind of lacks more movement. Okay, and here the viola also needs a little more movement, I think. Let's see what. It's not playing anything? What? Okay. Why is that? Why? Okay, that's weird. Ah, it's just too high. Okay, let's bring this down one octave. Yeah, this is better. Okay. And we need more movement here as well. So let's... And I feel like... Oh, this is okay. This is with all the strings. Now we can also pan these, like the violins to the left, the viola, let's say, middle, cello to the right. So we have this. Well, not sure about this. Oh. Okay, here in the end it gets pretty messy. Well, I'm not sure about this. First of all, let's put a utility on the Blisco group and just fade them out at the end or something. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll do something else. So the peak should be somewhere here. Let's just put a marker here. So I will just automate it in a way that the peak is exactly there at this point. So 33 about there. Mixing Scholar says, "Oh, my camera has gone out of focus." Yeah, it likes to do that. Camera, hello. This is my hand. You know my hand. Come on, you can do it. Wait. Yeah, it's been like that quite a while, I think. Oh. Piano in HD. Well, come on, camera. Usually Sony has this really awesome focus feature. But apparently, yes, now you get it. Good camera. Good camera. Thank you, Mixing Scholar. Yeah, let's continue to try to make this. By the way, how are you? How are you people? How are you doing? I think I didn't even ask today. So I'm thinking, if this is like the pinnacle of this piece, like where the main tension should be, which it isn't. Like if the way we organize the okay, there are two different. That's a problem. There are two different things happening right now. One is this piano track keeps playing, like keep building and building and building with the sub and everything. And the idea was that it just is a huge crescendo which builds and builds and builds and builds, and then at some point it just drops off and then just tapers away. Now, the way the strings are designed right now, cello and the violin as well, are that they are gradual decrescendo, or not decrescendo, but they're going down, you know, from the very high note do all the way up in an A major scale or F sharp minor. So but I mean, they're getting louder. Yeah, but it's kind of... Although this is nice. This is nice. I like this. Yeah, but now it's kind of out of tune. Lucy Waves. Oh wait, Mixing Scholar says, "Good, thanks. Finally starting to get some gear together. I feel a lot better now. I can make music." Well, you can make music with your hands and your voice. You don't need any gear. But of course, what did you get? Yeah, Lucy Waves writes, "Nice, new toys. What did you get?" Yeah, Mixing Scholar, what did you get? Let us know. So here I like this a lot. And then it's kind of out of tune. Yeah, I'm sorry, Blisco, but this is a little bit out of tune, my friend. This is just a little bit out of tune. I mean, it's kind of the point of the library, I think, that not to be like this perfect. And I mean, on its own, it's beautiful. Alright. Now what if we just only use the... Wait, only show only... What if we only use the flageolets here. Maybe that's a bad idea. I mean, mostly the flageolets. It's still out of tune, but not as bad as it was, and I'm right now thinking maybe this is fine. Okay. You know what? I think this is fine for now. Oh yeah, you got the Apollo X4. Nice. Yeah, Mixing Scholar writes Apollo X4, new bass and some plugins. I'm getting my guitar refretted too. That's good. Oh man, I would love to have the Apollo X4. Oh well. Oh well. Lucy Waves writes, you don't need gear to make music. Well, I have gas. You know, it's like when you I don't know. There's no good analogy. But I know you don't need gear to make music, because every time I got a new toy or new piece of gear, after 2 or 4 weeks I realized, okay, I don't necessarily need this, but it's kind of fun to make music with this. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you want to record music, you need some things. You need some gear. And yeah, this piano, what can I say? It's fun. Yeah, you need gear. Okay, let's say it. Lucy Waves, you won. You need gear. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying this to keep you and myself as well focused on what is important, because it's so easy to get lost in this gear race and to think I need this to make music, I need this to make music, but most of the time you have everything you need there. Having said that, the Apollo X4 is an awesome piece of equipment. So I don't know. I would love to have it. Yeah, Mixing Scholar says, yeah, when I make music, I mean creating profession standard quality recording. Yeah. Although, you know, there are so many people, so many examples of people who just have a crappy Scarlett interface and Ableton Live and a microphone and record some stuff that is just awesome. I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. And I'm saying this because I see myself doing that all the time. You know, thinking I need an awesome interface. Right now I'm thinking about the Apollo X8XP, something like that. I'm thinking I need this. And even though, yeah, it's an awesome piece of gear, I could also just get I don't even need it. You know, it's just my old interface is kind of not working the way I want it to, but I can still make music with it. And at that point I'm thinking, well, this is a nice piece. I like this. The piano could be a little bit louder. And we don't have any electronics yet. And before we get lost in... Okay, I think I'm just going to stop talking about the gas equipment thing, because I can only lose. Difficult thing with this piano here is, I mean, it should be, it's a little bit muddy. That's what I want to say. I mean, of course, there's a second piano playing the high thing, so I'll just EQ it a little bit more like this. Okay, so there's no low end, and the problem is this melody, this counter melody, should be audible as well. And the bass, I mean, the bass is supported by the sub bass here, so we have the bass anyway, and it's much cleaner here and easier to control. So I think it's difficult. You know, the thing is, I want to support this counter melody here, without getting in the way of the top melody. Maybe we need to use this high shelf. Maybe we need to. Okay, and now what we can do is just pan these left and right to get them out of the way. Ruben says, I think the gear must be just good enough not to get in your way, not necessarily the best out there. Yeah, that's the thing. That's, yeah. Because there will always be something with more inputs, more buttons, different features. Exactly. And it's so easy to get lost in this idea that you need to have this or that. This feature or this button to make good music. It's really easy to get lost in that thought and just spend lots of money, lots of time watching YouTube videos and reviews and not actually making music. And yeah, and I know this because I've been there so often, and I'm just trying to avoid it. It's really hard. And now at this point, of course, there should be the low end again. Now, I'm not sure about this. So we're coming from here. Let's listen to the whole thing. I'm not sure if I'm making it better or worse. It still sounds kind of boxy. And you know, actually the piano sound here I have here is actually pretty good, so I'm feeling I'm making it worse right now. Yeah, it's kind of muffled. What is happening? What is happening? It's from the same recording, is it? It sounds so different. What's the difference? Hey, what is this? It sounds like there's some kind of low pass. So weird. Let's just deactivate the EQ. Deactivate the EQ here as well. Okay, now that. Maybe I just played it differently? I can't even. What? Is there some automation? But there is no EQ here anywhere? Is there some... I'm kind of lost. What? I don't get it. Now this is from one take. This is probably the same take. Yes, it is. What? What is this? Okay, let's put it on this channel. Yeah, sounds better. What? I absolutely have no idea what is happening there. I mean, there are these two utility plugins, but they shouldn't be doing much. Okay, now if this doesn't sound the same... okay, now I get it. There is a high shelf here on this channel. So you know what? Let's just use the same equalizer settings here and the same overall plugins on this channel. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, now we can even cut some of that bass out here, I think. Although I don't want to get rid of the fundamental frequencies here. These ones. And what is it? 200, 100, 200, 400, 300 hertz. Something like that. You know, these should still be intact, but at around 500 usually there's some muddiness there. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, now let's take care of that second melody because that was weird as well. Lucy Waves writes, yeah, watching YouTube instead of making your own music. Imagine that. Crazy, right? Crazy. I mean, who does that? Who even does that? But honestly, I also do this. Like yesterday I was watching a stream by, what's his name? The guitarist from Linkin Park, who was producing some tracks. It was really interesting because, I mean, first of all, he has really great equipment and has a whole drum set in his studio, which is perfectly mic'd and everything. And the interesting part, I think, was as well that he was recording in Pro Tools. And yeah, it's just, you know, for multi-tracking, Pro Tools is just awesome. And Ableton is just horrible. But yeah, and it's, you know, I've spent like 1 hour just, or 2 hours even, just watching him create something. And I mean, this kind of helps as well, you know, because you learn, or I at least learned new stuff. For example, he was recording a drum set, like I said, and wasn't recording the whole drum set at one, and he couldn't even play that drum set, you know, was really bad at playing it. Just like I am bad at playing the violin. But at some point he was just cutting it up and cutting it in a way that at the end it really sounded good. Like there was somebody playing who actually could play the drum set. And he was like recording the snare in one take, or the kick drum and snare, and then the hi-hat and cymbals. And yeah, it was an interesting approach, you know, and I learned something again. And yeah, but just also make music. It's important if you want to make music. Lucy Waves writes, just kidding, I enjoy watching you in the early morning while I have breakfast. That's good, right? I mean, what's better than having breakfast and listening to some dude from Berlin making music? I don't know. Mixing Scholar says, do you know how I can find that video of Linkin Park guitarist? Oh, yeah, of course. Just go on Twitch. And oh no, not StarCraft. Although StarCraft is also really, really good. Everybody should watch StarCraft. What was his name? Oh, wait. Music. What was his name? I can't remember. Guitarist Linkin Park. Well, not linked. Well, LinkedIn. LinkedIn Park. Genau. Here, Mike Shinoda. So Mike Shinoda. Right. And he's alive again? No. Okay. Yeah. I think you can even watch the videos here. Yeah, this one here's from yesterday. It's interesting. It's really interesting. Completely different from what I'm doing, but also really interesting to see how he goes about creating a track. Yeah. I'm also thinking about streaming on Twitch right now. Just, you know, trying it. Maybe. Not sure though. Although I don't think this really gets... I think there's not really an audience for this. Maybe there is, you know, you never know. You never know. Yeah, I think the piano should not just have been louder, but you know, just EQ'd properly, so that it, you know, doesn't get drowned. Okay, let's make this a little bit more shallow, and at 500. Yeah, and this does not work. This is just so out of tune. Okay. Wait, but is this actually from... Yeah, these two don't... No. No, this is the Blisco library in combination with the piano. And that does not work, I'm afraid. Lucy Waves writes, and the dude from Berlin is quite handsome. Well, thank you. Thank you. I don't get compliments like these very often. And I choose to disagree, but I think I'm cute. I think I'm very cute. I'm a cutie. My daughter thinks that as well. She says sweet, sweet. In German. Süß, süß. But she also says süß, süß to things that are sweet and tasty. So, but I'm sweet and tasty as well. Anyway, yeah, Lucy Waves writes, but my crush is the big piano, and that's as it should be, because this piano is just nice. It's a very nice piano. Now, right now, I'm just thinning out this Blisco cello, Blisco library, because I feel it's a little bit too full. And it's, I mean, it's out of tune. It's out of tune. And I have to... identify the notes that are really badly out of tune and just delete them. I think at this point it's fine again. Okay, and all the strings together, everything together. But, you know, Lucy, I think that's a good point. The piano is what this track here is about. So, I should keep this in mind, because it's easy to get lost in all the stuff surrounding it. Mixing Scholar asks, any plans for future releases? Is this being released next year? Yeah, I think this will be, not sure when I will start releasing singles, but I think the earliest will be November, I think. Probably more like December. Maybe even like in January. I think that's a good plan, actually, to release in January, like after the whole Christmas season, and then start releasing singles. Lots of singles. Because I feel like this is actually, if I look at my Spotify for artists, that's actually really paying off to just release singles all the time. Because, you know, I never really know what works well and what doesn't, so I'll just give everything a shot. And you can do that by releasing... Oh, I'm so proud of this. A little bit, at least. Like, to appear here in Fresh Finds. Wait, what did I want to? Yeah, if you look at music, by G Dolphin, Little Blue Macaque, Quagga, they all have. And without being on a Quagga got on a really big playlist, but before that, I didn't know that. If you hover over the numbers here on Spotify for artists, you see the exact number. So you don't see just 17.9K, you see 17,854. I didn't know that. That's nice. Yeah, but I feel like this really paid off to just release singles, because none of these tracks would have gotten as much streams and listeners if I hadn't released them as singles, I think. Okay, now let's get back to this track. I wanted to record some electronics, but my girlfriend just texted me and said that they will be here in half an hour and they want something to eat. So I have to cook something. Mixin Scholar asks, has your followers increased? Is that the most important? Well, I think, with this, is really, I don't know. And I don't think anybody really, really knows. But yeah, I think my followers have increased, but this is mainly coming from not only releasing the singles, but also in combination of releasing the singles, I'm also running Instagram and Facebook ads. And this is what really drives most of the traffic. And right now I still have one ad running with 10 euros a day, which is roughly, I'm just using all that money I made on Fiverr to just run ads for the next, I don't know, a long time. Because these ads are actually paying off in followers on not only, on Instagram as well. I think I gained like 300 followers, which is a lot for me because, before that I was at 500 something. Now I'm at 850 almost. And this is, if you have more than 1,000, like 2,000, your posts get some like natural growth out of that. So you don't get squashed by all the bigger accounts. Followers on Spotify, that works pretty well. There's another interesting thing has happened with, I think it was the Quagga track. Yeah, I ran an ad campaign which was for my experience pretty good. Like I had like 150 listeners a day, 244. That was all just the ad campaign, and then after 1 week, it got onto release radar. So this huge bump is Spotify thinking, oh, this track must be really, really good. We're going to push this out to a lot of people over our algorithmic playlists. And again, this here is really high quality people who, and high quality by that I mean people who went, saw this Instagram ad, who liked that short snippet, went to Spotify and then listened to it. So these are really people who really, really liked the track and also left a like, most of them. And that tells Spotify, this track here is really, really good. We need to push this out to more people. So I probably spent about 200 euros doing this here, which is a lot. I've never spent that amount on anything else. Like I've spent lots of money on different stuff, but never that much money on ads. And if you compare that, it's like every day 200, like 100, averaging to 180 something plays, which is a lot of money for that. But, it kind of paid off here because then it got into the algorithmic playlists, was still doing good. And now it got pushed to, this Fresh Finds. So I'm thinking it's really worth it just spending lots of money before they're promoting the track, because that way you just get the people from Instagram and Facebook who really, really like this track, and that tells Spotify that this is a good track. Because, I mean, this doesn't always work, I think, but with tracks that are kind of okay, it's kind of, it's kind of good. Mixing Scholar asks, do you still use Submit Hub? I don't think I'll be using it. Yes, I did, and I ran, oh man, this was an incredibly bad campaign, actually. For the same thing that here, for the Quagga track, yeah. And this was like 43 people who I sent this to, so this is like almost 40 euros I spent on this, a little bit less, like 35 maybe. And 40 of them said no, which is a lot. And 5 of them, and 2 said, no, we won't share this over our big playlist, we'll give it a shout out. So that's why here's 5 and, just 43. So, wait, you can't see this right now. I'll have to go there. Yeah. So this was pretty bad, actually, but I would still not rule this out. If you spend like 20 euros or 20 whatever, something resembling 20 euros on Submit Hub, sometimes this goes really well. And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I feel like if it's on big playlists and the Quagga is on through Submit Hub, through these 5 people, I think this playlist here, the biggest playlists it got on were from Submit Hub. So that's also good. But actually my girlfriend just arrived and my daughter, and they need to eat something, so I need to make some food. People, it was a pleasure streaming for you. I will be streaming probably next Tuesday. I will try to do that. See you then.